Hello, my wee chums all around the world. I hope you're all right. It's This video is going to be going out on July the 5th, so I think our American friends might have a little bit of a hangover. I think they were celebrating something. It was something that happened so long ago I've forgotten, but anyway, I'm sure they've got a hangover anyway. Slap it into them. No, I hope you had a great day yesterday. Okay, look, folks, right, what's different today? What's different today is I've got the camera turned around and it's at a different viewing angle. If you like it like this and you would rather it says like this, please let me know and we'll do something about it. So I don't know what I think of it at the minute, so that's the truth. So whatever you say will go. It doesn't really matter. But we've got another knife from Gearbest this morning, and it's a Rcharlance. And I'm not sure if that's the right way to say it. It's spelled Rcharlance. Rcharlance, that's the way I'm saying it, so it must be right. And it's a liner lock, it's D2, Chinese D2, I think it is, but I can't give you a guarantee. You'll have to just check it out yourself. It's G10, beautiful blue and black G10 contoured. Absolutely beautiful. So that doesn't sound like the price of a knife that I'm about to show you. And we'll leave the price because I like it at the end. Do you see what price this is going for? It comes in a nice solid box. Some of them come in them cardboard ones that are just destructed by the time you get here. It's quite solid. And in there is the most lovely looking knife, a bit of foam on the bottom of it. So it's ready to go. Now, isn't that nice? Isn't that just beautiful G10. It's maybe not as elegantly done as some of the really expensive models, but I just like it. I quite like the rough bit of it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the one thing that I found bad on this knife. Well, there's two. One's not bad. One's just a fact of life with some of these knives. The other one is this clip. It's bad. It's bad. And it's bad because, look, there's hardly any gap underneath it. Now, if you have a pair of slacks on, that's fine. It'll come right up to there with a pair of slacks. But any jeans, which I tend to wear, this is no good to me. Or a tracksuit. It's no good. I'll be taking this off and just throw it in my pocket. Or I might even throw it in my toolbox. But it's a sort of knife that the price you get it for, you can throw it wherever you want and you're not going to worry about it. It is a very good work knife, though. So I'll put this back a wee bit and I'll show you what it's like. Now, isn't that nice? Isn't that a lovely shape here? A drop point blade, high sabre grind, flat grind here. Is it thin behind the edge? Not particularly, but it's still a great cutter. Still a great cutter. It's ball bearings. It's just because the liner lock is very early indeed. The liner lock, you have to... it is early. It's about, what was that? I would say that's about 20% of it, maybe 15%. But, that's all right. It stops. It hasn't, I haven't had any problem with it whatsoever. It's steel liners, and they are, if you can see, they're milled out pretty well on the bottom there. Obviously, with a liner lock, there's nothing on the top. They're these fancy, and that's quite nice because it's just a flathead screwdriver to take them apart. I think it's lovely. It's nice. It looks nice. It looks different. You have a G10 backspacer here. And I think the whole knife, even the way they have done the jimping on the top, it's nice. They've cut away either side of it. And this jimping is as good as a Spyderco. It really just... Spyderco and whatever, they just have good jimping. This jimping, your finger doesn't move yet. It's not going to do you any damage. So what's it like? Is it free flow? It's not free dropping, but I would say a bit of oil and a bit more use, that'll get looser and looser. So it is. That's the one thing that, because that's quite shallow, you need to open that properly. I've just noticed that, and because I've been doing it during the week, when I flick my knife open, I just flick it open. But just now, as I'm sitting playing with it, that wasn't connecting. If I do that, it's just getting on and no more. Can you see that? Although that's solid. I mean, it's not... Get my fingers out of the way. It's not going anywhere. But I would just be very careful if you're just setting it open. Now, and there's a place for your finger, so when you're flicking it down, you don't hurt yourself. So let's give you a wee bit of size. Now, as I said, it's D2 and G10. The G10, sorry, I meant to show you that. It's contoured. Can you see that, the way it's contoured? So it gives you the most beautiful grip in your hand. No hot spots, and it's definitely not, once I take that clip off, it's going to be like, I don't know, it's just a perfect in my hand. So, what is it? It is, the blade length is 8.5 centimetres, 3 3/10 in inches. It's 19.5 centimetres, and it's 7 3/4 in inches. And it's about a 3mm blade thickness, 0.11. And now, what else was I going to say about it? I told you it was ball bearings, yes. Now, guess what price this knife comes in at? This knife, oh here, I never even told you the weight of the blooming thing. Let's just get this down, I'll give you the weight. We're in grams. Now, can you see that? 136 grams. Now, just as I'm looking at that now, when I had that up on the computer, it said 131 grams. So it's always worth checking, because I do this, I've done this today beforehand, and I do it with a ruler, because you can never be quite sure that they're going to have the accurate readings there. So in ounces, it's 4.8, which is, for steel liners that are that thick, I mean, they're solid. All right, they're milled out, but they're solid. This knife is meant for work, although it's an EDC. It's the perfect EDC size for me. Absolutely perfect. You know, it's just, I can get and there's room there for a bigger hand. I'm a medium to large, but I can get a full grip on that and no hot spots whatsoever. I can creep up on it if I want to. Just perfect for me. Now, what did I say that was? Yeah, 4.8. I mean, that's no weight to me. I just don't find that heavy at all. I'll give you a couple of comparisons of what it looks like. Let's get that out of the way. What it looks like, I'll tell you what we'll go with. I've done a Fura the other day, and it was the titanium Fura. And if I put them, let's get them lined up here, and we'll just see what the difference in length is. That big Fura the other day is about a half an inch longer. It looks like it's more, but it's not. It's only about half an inch. Lovely big knife, that, really do. That was lovely. If you've seen that, go back and have a look at that review. Here's a cut jack, and I put that just because it's blue, and I'll put that down there beside it. So the cut jack's not that much more. Again, maybe half an inch smaller. But D2 blade. Now this is that's G10, and this is plastic. I would rather have the G10, but saying that, this steel wheel cut jack is one of the best knives I have as a work knife. Beautiful light work knife. This is a more heavy duty work knife. Let's go for my wee Bezzy, my BM940, and it is just a bit bigger than it. Literally 1/4 of an inch, if that, bigger than it. And last but not least, and just because it's blue, my little bug out. Not that far behind again. It's literally 1/4 of an inch behind it. But you can see, hopefully, if you've got one of them, you'll be able to get a rough idea of what size it is. Would I recommend it? How could you not recommend D2 G10 ball bearings liner lock knife for 12 quid? That sounds great. I mean, it's still in my head. I think, how can you make something for that? 12 quid, $16 today. And you're going to get my discount code off that. So, I mean, it's mind-blowing. You're going to get my discount code off that if you get on there today and get it. Because that's the price. I just checked it before I come on here. 12 quid. It's actually £11.90 something. Go on there, get my code. I'm going to put the code in the description from Gearbest, and you're getting it for probably somewhere around £10. You know, what's that going to be, $14 for a D2? Well, look, I can't guarantee it's D2, but does it cut? Yes. And I'm sorry, I don't have any foam paper in here today. I forgot that, but I've just got a bit of A4. I mean, look at that. It's just, from tip to toe, she is absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. She cuts like a dream. I get this paper out of the way. I have a wee bit of thick cardboard there, and I'll just let you see what it's like with that too. Now, cardboard. That's double skin. I'm cutting double skin cardboard. I goes through it without any problem whatsoever. It's just cracking. Cracking. So yes, I do. I highly recommend it. And I know I recommend a lot of these, but for this price, I have to recommend it, because if all I can find out that's bad about this knife is a pocket clip and a detent that's a little bit weak, or it's maybe a little bit early lockup, for goodness sake, for £12, for say £10, $14, I don't know where else you're going to get something like that. I mean, I've used it this last 3 days, so I mean, it's still cutting away there as if it had just come out of the box. It's literally cutting away. I mean, just look at that. I mean, that is just something that's been used in cardboard for 2 or 3, well, it's about 3 days, I suppose, including today. Is it D2? Again, I don't know. But look, there you go, folks. I think it's a great knife. Highly recommend it. Go on today. I don't know how long that price is going to be there. And that's not a sale price, so you can go on and get that and my code. Brilliant. Go for it. Thank you very much indeed for listening and watching. And I have a big announcement on Friday on the channel. If you're on my Facebook, I'm not on Facebook. If you're on my Instagram, that's the word. Very technically minded. I have to get into the zone. If you're on my Instagram, you'll have had a few clues this week that have been sort of sneaking into it. But the big announcement on Friday, and it's a great announcement, not just for everybody who's going to get to see this product, but especially for those in GB and Ireland, the Republic of Ireland. It's a great opportunity for us to get in on the act where the rest of the world are already there, as far as getting things delivered and all to us. So that's it. I'm telling you, no more. I'll see you on Friday for that one, which is tomorrow, by the way. Take care. All the very best. Bye. Paddy's away for tea. Cheerio.